thunder of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful...
A loop, a whirl, and a vertical climb, and once again you'll know it's time for the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and friends.
Starring that supersonic speedster, Rocket J. Squirrel, with his pal Bullwinkle the Moose, and a host of others.
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start!
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Wave to the people!
Yay!
Now what are you doing?
Signing autographs. Let's see. John Smith.
But your name is Bullwinkle.
I know, but that's hard to spell.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Come on and join us.
Sure, there's always room for one more.
Well, our heroes are really up in the air this time. Searching for mooseberries, a secret ingredient for their rocket fuel formula, they wound up on board a plane piloted by Boris Badenov. His partner, Natasha, fastened them into their seats with one-way belts and then bailed out. In the pilot's compartment, Boris gleefully smashed all the instruments, threw out the steering wheel, and prepared to follow Natasha.
I hate to leave a place that holds such pleasant memories.
But at that moment, the damaged radio crackled and a voice said,
Calling Boris Badenov, this is Central Control. You reading me?
Yes, fearless leader.
Plans are changed. Moose must finish finding formula. Do not, repeat, do not kill Moose.
Make up your mind.
What was that?
I said yes, fearless leader.
And Boris dashed back into the cabin just as all three engines conked out.
Hey, Captain, give us a hand here.
Well, something seems to be the trouble.
Get us out of these belts. They're stuck.
Of course.
How come the engine stopped?
Oh, because we're going to land.
Well, how come we're landing?
Because the engine stopped, you nice little chap.
We better jump for it.
Right, Rocky, let's go!
Wait!
No, Bullwinkle. I can glide down, but you need a parachute.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Moose has got to be saved. Here, take mine.
Wouldn't think of it.
Take it! I insist.
Well, thanks.
Come on, Bullwinkle.
You're sure you don't need it?
No, we got lots of others that I just threw overboard. Oh, Boris, why didn't you become violinist like Mama wanted?
And while our heroes floated earthward, the plane bearing Boris sank lower and lower. And finally came to rest on a tall tree. The tree was already occupied.
Oh, there you are, darling. I thought you'd never get here.
Me too.
Hello up there. You all right, Ace?
Certainly. We always land this way. It saves wear and tear on the wheels.
A short time later, after our boys had rescued the two spies from their precarious perch.
Ace, I think you and Miss Callahan better head back for town while Bullwinkle and I push on to...
To where?
Never mind. He's just a little too curious to suit me, Bullwinkle.
Curious? He's downright odd.
Quickly, Natasha. We must follow them.
And the two spies began trailing our boys through the woods.
Let's see now. As I remember, Mooseberry Island is right this way. Yup, there it is.
But look!
Well, this was a fine how have you been. Mooseberry Island was surrounded by barbed wire and warning signs.
Keep out Mooseberry Blight. Quarantine.
Gee, the whole island's off limits.
Well, there must be one healthy bush on that island. But how do we get to it?
Well, a little barbed wire isn't going to stop Bullwinkle J. Moose. I got a scheme.
Quickly, Bullwinkle outlined his plan. He would enter the water above the island, swim with the current till he reached it, find a healthy bush, and then swim back below the island.
Now you're sure it'll work, Bullwinkle?
Of course it will. I've thought of every little thing, except one.
What's that?
I can't swim!
And Bullwinkle was carried off by the swift current. Unfortunately, there was another thing that he hadn't figured on. Right below Mooseberry Island was deadly, thundering falls. And before Rocky could move, Bullwinkle was swept over the edge. Be with us next time for Bullwinkle's Water Follies or Antlers Away.
Time for that jolly juggler, Bullwinkle.
Oh, dear.
3 at once. 1, 2.
And now here's a feature you're sure to like.
3.
Once upon a time, there was a little tailor, a very little tailor.
To be exact, 4'2", eyes of blue.
Oh, how he wished he were a taller tailor.
Yeah, about 9 feet tall.
The reason was that being so small, he was constantly being picked on. When he ate his lunch, even the flies ganged up on him, 7 at once.
Stop that buzzing! I can't even hear myself eat.
But the flies kept on buzzing until the little tailor could stand it no more, and... Of course, that was the end of his lunch, but the buzzing had stopped.
Listen, it's quiet. I got him! 7 with 1 blow! Not bad for a shrimp.
The little tailor was so proud of himself that he immediately made a shirt which proclaimed his great deed and set out to tell the world all about it, even though, strictly speaking, it wasn't true at all.
Town's gonna know, world's gonna know about 7 late hour 1 blow. 2 and 2 plus 1 add 2. Town's gonna know, world's gonna know about 7 late hour 1 blow.
The little tailor left the town to boast to the whole world of his achievement. Along the way, he discovered a bird caught in a bush. He freed the little bird.
I killed 7 with 1 blow. Yeah.
And put it in his pocket. Before very long, he came to a wood, and seated on a tree stump was a giant. He was as big as the tailor was small.
Too tall or not too tall? That is the question.
Excuse me.
A chance to shrink? Aye, there's the rub.
Excuse me, Bard.
What do you want?
Take a look at that.
You killed 7 with 1 blow? You're such a little fellow. But then I'm so tall. Perhaps you did. Would you believe I was a 3-pound baby?
Listen, I killed 7 at 1 blow, and you better believe it.
What?
Put me down!
All right. Let's see just how strong you are.
The giant picked up a stone and threw it so high that it almost went out of sight.
Top that. I might be slightly overgrown, but I'm a throwing fool.
Well thrown, but it did come back to Earth.
That it did.
I'll throw one, it'll never come back.
And the tailor, thinking fast, took the bird out of his pocket and let it fly, so to speak. And quick as a wink, it flew straight up and out of sight.
Oh, that is good. That is very good. You are truly gifted with a golden arm. Let us be friends.
And so they became fast friends.
You know, I have a feeling, Giant.
My name is Ralph.
Well, I have a feeling, Ralph, that we're going to come to an enchanted castle. And in this castle lives a beautiful princess who will become my bride after I perform 3 tasks.
Little tailor, you are out of your mind.
But just then an enchanted castle did appear.
Oh, dear me.
You there in the T-shirt. Stay where you are. I have a task to pick with you. My goodness. Not only have you killed 7, but you've captured 1 alive.
Well, he didn't. I mean, I'm not...
Shh! Don't be rude, Ralph.
For taming this creature,
Creature?
you shall indeed marry my daughter after you have performed 1 task.
See, you were wrong. You said 3 tasks.
Well, it usually is 3 tasks, but since no one has ever come back from the first one, I've forgotten the other 2.
Oh, didn't they have something to do...
Ralph! What is the 1 task you want performed, Your Majesty?
In the wood lives a unicorn. You must capture it.
So the little tailor and Ralph set out for the wood. They proceeded very quietly.
There it is, the unicorn! This way, this way!
That way, head it off!
I got it!
It's me you got. There it goes.
So eventually it was Ralph and not the tailor who caught the unicorn. And do you know what? It wasn't a unicorn at all, but the king's daughter, and the most beautiful princess you ever saw. She was, however, a little tall for the tailor.
Would you believe I was a 3-pound baby?
And so Ralph and the princess were married and lived happily ever after. Oh, and what happened to the little tailor? Well, he stopped his boasting, he went back to his town and became a very good tailor indeed. Then one day, he met a lovely girl who was also 4 feet 2.
Would you believe I was a 16-pound baby?
And the little tailor married her and was perfectly happy and content. The motto is, you don't have to be 9 feet tall to feel 9 feet tall.
That's a pretty strange-looking painting, Bullwinkle.
I just paint what I see.
Well, what do you see?
This is what I see. Time again for Bullwinkle's Corner. Hello there. Today's poem is called Taffy. Taffy was a Welshman. Taffy was a thief.
You ain't kidding, governor.
Taffy came to my house and stole a piece of beef. Hey, that's a whole cow.
So I'm petting my part a little.
I went to Taffy's house. Taffy wasn't home. Taffy went to my house and stole a marrow bone. Marrow bone, that's a whole leg of lamb. I went to Taffy's house. Taffy wasn't in.
You can't read? Sign says out.
I know you're in there. I can hear you breathing. Taffy went to my house and stole a silver pin. That's a pin?
Just poetic license.
If he went to Taffy's house, Taffy in bed took up Marrowbone, hit him in the head. I went to Taffy's house. Taffy was in bed. And do you know what the last line is?
Of course. Took up Marrowbone and hit him in the head. What do you know? Unhappy ending.
Hello out there. Peabody again. And today we set our sights on the year 1493.
The place, Mr. Peabody?
Rome, where we'll meet history's most infamous bartender, Lucretia Borgia. In a trice, the Wayback Machine escorted us from my penthouse apartment to the castle of the Lord of Pesaro, Lucretia Borgia's second husband. We found his lordship munching on the leg of a chair.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Pardon us, Your Grace, but why are you eating that chair?
Because I'm hungry.
But why the chair?
Well, for one thing, it happens to be the only edible piece of furniture in this room. Hey, you see this? Yesterday was a piano.
Wouldn't you rather eat a nice, juicy steak?
The last person to eat a steak in this castle was Lucretia's first husband. He's dead, you know.
We're quite familiar with your wife's reputation.
Yeah, one might say she's a poison. But I love her anyway.
You realize, of course, what a diet of furniture can lead to.
Probably a divorce. But as long as my wife handles food and drinks, I must abstain from normal eating habits. Either of you care for a caster?
Thank you, no.
Yes, I only wish there was someone who could help me.
There is.
Who?
Mr. Peabody. He can do anything.
Sherman is prejudiced, Your Grace. Prejudiced, but absolutely correct. That night we joined his lordship at dinner.
Hey, Lucretia, she's gonna be down in a minute. Remember, if you value your life, don't eat or drink. By the way, do either of you carry a Blue Cross?
Before we could answer, the door swung wide, and there stood Lucretia. It had to be her. She was carrying a decanter of hemlock.
Good evening, dear husband. Ah, I see we have a guest.
Yes, my love.
How nice. Gentlemen, I propose a toast to your health.
Without raising suspicion, we managed to empty our glasses in a nearby plant. A nearby dead plant.
I hope you enjoyed the meal. I prepared it myself.
Oh? What happened to the cook?
Stomach trouble.
As usual, you done it again, Lucretia. This food looks delicious.
You may find it needs a dash of salt.
Oh, yes, salt. A-R-S-E-N-I-C, as salt.
Lucretia's constitution must have been an iron one. Her food disappeared rapidly. So did ours, from our plates to the floor.
Ah, that hit the spot.
Would anyone care for a cigar?
Well, yes, I think I...
Shh. She soaks them.
Darling, why you don't take our guests out for a stroll in the night air? It might help you to clear up your headaches.
I don't got a headache.
And not yet, you don't.
Atop a parapet, we discussed the recent ordeal.
You see? Hemlock, arsenic, that food was loaded.
If I were you, your lordship, I'd leave her.
I can't. I love her too much. Besides, this poison thing is just a hobby.
I have an idea. One that will allow you to eat and drink quite freely. We adjourned to the castle basement where Lucretia had her own chemistry lab.
Look around you. The greatest collection of poisons in the entire world.
With Sherman and his lordship assisting, we collected samples. Finally, I began my experiment. 2 drops of wood alcohol, a dash of belladonna, Paris green for color. There we are, done.
It looks delicious. What is it?
This glass contains a minute amount of every poison known to man.
And to Lucretia?
And to Lucretia. By drinking this, you will build up a lifetime immunity. No matter what poison your wife administers, your system will have become adjusted to it.
All right. He is looking at you, I hope.
Congratulations, your lordship. You are now immune to poison. From that moment on, his married life changed to one of complete rapture.
You cooking something, my dear?
Yes, my love. A cake for your birthday.
Not enough strychnine. You know I like my strychnine.
Oh, sorry, my pet. I keep forgetting.
Well, Sherman, I think our visit has ended.
There's just one thing, Mr. Peabody.
And that is?
The servants around here. They're not immune to Lucretia's poison.
True, but if you'll notice, they go about the castle wearing a plaster patch over their mouths. That way they don't eat, drink, or speak. In fact, Sherman, this may surprise you, but that's how the silent butler came to be.
Ready, Rock?
You sure you know how to work that thing?
No. Anyways, here's what it was supposed to look like.
Well, disaster has dogged the footsteps of our heroes in their search for mooseberries, the missing ingredient for their rocket fuel. First of all, they found that the one mooseberry bush was strictly off limits due to the mooseberry blight. And then finally, Bullwinkle's clever plan to make a swimming raid on the island went slightly awry when he neglected just one little detail.
I can't swim!
A moment later, Bullwinkle had disappeared over thundering falls.
Bullwinkle!
As Rocky raced toward the falls, those sly spies, Boris and Natasha, watched from a distance.
Is moose kaput, darling?
No. Look there. He's caught in bush.
Not for long. Do we try to save him or let him go?
Which was last orders from headquarters?
You took message, darling.
But they sent so many. Quickly, get me central control.
But while Boris and Natasha tried to get their orders on whether or not to go to Bullwinkle's aid, the intrepid Squirrel was already high in a tree next to the falls, carrying a long rope which he tied to a tree limb.
Bullwinkle, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm up in this tree.
You sure picked a fine time for sightseeing.
No, wait. I'm going to glide down with a rope.
Okay.
And the plucky Squirrel, trailing the rope behind him, launched himself into space. Down he zoomed across the face of Thundering Falls and right to Bullwinkle.
Nice flying, Rock.
But at that instant, the bush tore loose.
Hang on, Bullwinkle.
And with great exertion of mighty moose muscle, Bullwinkle did hang on, as he, Rocky, and the bush swung back to the safety of the shore.
Made it. Were you scared, Bullwinkle?
Shucks, no. I was as cute as a cucumber, Rocky.
Bullwinkle, I'm over here. That's the bush you're talking to.
Imagine me not knowing my best friend from a mooseberry bush.
Bullwinkle?
Hmm?
Say that again.
All right.
No, before that. You said this was a...
Just a mooseberry. Mooseberry!
Bullwinkle, you did it! You found the last available mooseberry bush in the country.
Just my keen eyeballs, I guess.
Meanwhile, the two spies had just contacted their superiors overseas.
I tell you, I sent whole tank full of rocket fuel by submarine to main seaport.
Well, now it's missing.
The tank or the rocket fuel?
The seaport.
Oh, so now I kill moose, right?
No, you idiot. Get the formula and return home. We got special reception planned for you.
Okay, over and out.
Now we gotta get this bush back to Washington, Bullwinkle.
Yeah, before it catches the mooseberry blight.
But at last we got the secret ingredient.
Secret ingredient?
Come on, Rocky, let's start hiking.
Hold on there, gentlemen.
Who are you?
Special Agent, FTI.
You mean FBI?
No, FPI, Federal Plant Inspector. You got any peaches, pears, pineapples, passion fruit, papayas, or mooseberries?
Well, it just so happens.
Aha, a mooseberry bush. And, it's crawling with mooseberry blight.
It is?
This plant must be sprayed right away, quick.
Now, wait a minute, you can't...
There's no charge.
Oh, that's all right, then.
So the inspector sprayed and sprayed until not a thing could be seen. And when the cloud cleared away, both the bush and the inspector were gone.
Boy, that's what I call a powerful spray.
Well, what has happened to our mooseberry bush? And does this mean failure to our friends?
Heck no! We're the heroes.
Don't miss our next episode, The Inspector Detectors, or A Kick in the Plants. Well, sir, our heroes are still in a slump in their efforts to bring back a mooseberry bush. For in our last episode, the wily Boris disguised himself as a plant inspector and sprayed the last mooseberry bush in the country. When the cloud of spray was gone, so was the inspector and so was the bush.
Boy, that's what I call a powerful spray. Didn't leave leaf nor whisker of either of them.
Well, there goes our last chance of getting a mooseberry bush back to Washington.
You mean...
Yeah, we failed. What's that?
Oh, it's just some Indians gone by in a canoe.
But if that canoe had been closer, the boys would have seen that it didn't hold Indians at all, but Boris and Natasha, and between them, the mooseberry bush. But Rocky and Bullwinkle were too concerned with how to get back to Washington.
Can't fly back. Our planes crashed.
Check.
Can't walk back. Takes too long.
Check.
Can't go by boat. Haven't got a boat.
Check. Wait a minute. Sure, we got a boat.
We have?
Yeah, right up in that fir tree.
Oh, sure, Rocky. Poor kid's been in the woods too long. He's fur crazy.
No, look.
Rocky, that's our wrecked aeroplane.
Not for long. Come on.
And so a short time later...
You see, Natasha? It's like taking candy from baby.
You know, darling, I have funny feeling we're being followed.
Followed? Who could follow us? We stole the only canoe on the river. It's just
Sure enough, they were being followed. Rocky and Bullwinkle had turned their smashed aeroplane into a boat, and the plane's propellers made excellent double-bladed paddles.
They're gaining on us.
Like taking candy from baby, huh?
You ever tried to take candy from baby? It's pretty hard.
But Rocky and Bullwinkle, with no telescope, didn't know that they were so close to their goal. They'd have been even more dejected had they known what was coming, for just around the next bend in the river, Boris was planning a rather unpleasant surprise.
There, these should get rid of those two idiots.
But your last instructions say do not kill moose.
Who's killing moose? I'm just chopping down tree. It's my fault he happens to be underneath.
Shh, here they come.
And Boris started the huge tree on its way down.
You aren't even going to holler timber?
Of course I am. Listen.
Timber. Hokey smoke, Bullwinkle! Look!
The enormous tree hurtled down at our heroes. But unfortunately for Boris, it was just a little too big. It fell all the way across the river and hit a cliff on the other side. But the force of its falling snapped it in two, and half the tree drove through the bottom of Rocky's makeshift canoe.
We're leaking, Rocky! How are we going to get rid of that thing?
We're not, Bullwinkle. That's a mast.
With pine cones on it?
Sure. The wind blowing through the tree makes it act like a big sail.
Well, I'll be a moose.
You are a moose.
Yeah, I wanted something easy.
We'll be in Washington in no time.
Yup. if we don't sink first.
So with Rocky in the crow's nest and Bullwinkle at the tiller, the strange craft sped down the river.
Natasha, this requires quick thinking and positive action.
What we're going to do?
Run like rabbits. Come on.
And a moment later, Boris's canoe started downriver with a furious burst of speed.
Faster, Natasha, faster. Stroke, stroke, stroke.
And so began the strangest boat race ever held, the cross-country canoe contest from Minnesota to Washington, D.C. Will our boys catch up with the spies before their sort of boat sort of sinks? Don't miss our next episode, Canoes Who, or Look Before You Leak.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Once upon a time, there was a miller's daughter named Gladys who would spin straw all day long and sit up nights thinking of how she would like to be famous. Night after night, she would think of all the things she wanted to be. But as for figuring out a way to be them, Gladys was at a loss.
Oh, to be famous.
Just then, a strange little man appeared before her.
Little lady, I can make you famous overnight.
Who are you?
I am what is known as a PR man.
PR man?
Public relations, my dear. Public relations. It is my business to glamorize the unglamorous. In my hands, the pedestrian becomes splendorous, the prosaic resplendent. What do you do, baby?
Oh, I spin straw.
That's it. You spin straw.
So?
Don't interrupt. It's coming.
What?
The idea, the spark. I got it. You spin straw into gold.
Yeah, but I can't spin straw.
Doesn't matter. I'll do the thinking. Now I'll just contact the trades.
But wait.
Just leave it to me, please.
And so it happened that overnight Gladys did become famous. Of course, nobody had ever seen the gold, but through the PR man's magic, and since it had appeared in all the papers, the people believed it. All of them, everyone. Even the king.
Gold out of straw? Bring that girl here!
And so Gladys appeared before the king.
I understand you spin.
Not only do I spin, but I am the best spinner in your entire kingdom. I am so good.
That you spin straw into gold, right? Well, I'm going to put you into a room full of my very best straw and have you spin me a room full of your very best gold.
But...
Of course, if you can't, you'll be locked forever in my darkest dungeon.
Oh.
Not so fast, king boy. Release that girl. My client is not giving gold away, you know. However, she will spin for you one room full of gold on one condition. That if she does, she automatically becomes your wife and therefore the queen.
Well... give me the pen already. I'll sign.
Gladys signed too. And the king left her to her task.
Well, now what?
Have I ever let you down, baby? Watch.
And true to his word, the little man spun a room full of gold.
Why, that's amazing.
I know. Now, look, dear, our business ends right here. You are now rich and famous, so until your firstborn comes into the world, I bid you adieu.
My firstborn?
Just read the contract, my dear, the fine print right there.
So, Gladys read the fine print, and there it said in black and white that her firstborn child must go to the little man. Well, about a year afterwards, a beautiful child was born to the king and queen.
Hello again. I have come for the child, according to the contract.
What the little man didn't know was that in reading the fine print, Gladys had found the loophole.
I have found the loophole.
Oh, no, not the loophole.
Yes, quote, if the party of the first part, that's me, within 3 days discovers the name of the party of the second part, that's you, the party of the first part shall keep the party of the third part, that's him.
But that may not be as easy as you think. Go ahead, lay a name on me.
So Gladys laid a name on him.
Tom.
It was the wrong one.
Harry. Alfred. Dick. Bill, Lowry, Sam,
She spent all that day thinking of all the names she could, but none of them were right.
Oscar,
No.
Edward, Roger, Leon, Charlie, Theodore,
And the second day went as did the first, and as it ended,
Louis.
Like,
Gladys was in despair.
Oh, oh.
Just then there was a knock,
Come in.
and the door swung open to reveal a very round man dressed as a town crier.
Like, you don't know me, ma'am, but I've got to hip you to some news. Like the other day, I'm walking through this cool forest when, ma'am, what do I see but this little cat doing this Weirdsville routine? Like he's going...
Skoo-skoo-ba-doo, oobop-she-bam. I am the Rumpelstiltskin man. The king's got his gold, the queen's got her fame, and their baby will have my Rumpelstiltskin name.
Now, isn't that just too coo-coo?
Yeah, coo-coo.
So the next day, when the little man appeared again, the queen said,
Skoo-skoo-ba-doo, oobop-she-bam. You are the Rumpelstiltskin man, right?
Right. Oh, man, I really goofed.
And so Gladys and the king lived happily ever after, and Rumpelstiltskin was never seen in the kingdom again. There were several reports concerning a young girl who could make diamonds out of turnips. But of course that was in another kingdom, and you can't believe everything you read in the papers.
Private Bullwinkle, sir, with a message.
Just in time.
Is it important?
Is it? Just look. And now it's time for Bullwinkle's Corner.
Hello. Today's poem is Wee Willie Winkie. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs, in his nightgown, peeping through the windows, crying through the lock. Are the children in their beds? For it's now 8 o'clock.
George, there's a prowler outside. Help! Police!
Uh-oh.
There he goes! Hit him off! Hold it, you. Up against the wall. Okay, what's your name?
Wee Willie Winkie.
Hello, R&I. You got a mate and a mug named Winky?
Why the candle? You a firebug or something?
Sir, I am a moose.
Okay, Jack, into the wagon.
Look at that rock. That's just terrible.
How come?
Why, they spelled Bullwinkle with only one L.
And now it's time
for 5 or 6 baritone solos in the key of E.
But...
Ooh.
Now for another of our special features.
Should have tried E flat.
Hello there, Peabody here, and this is my boy, Sherman.
What great historical figure do we meet today, Mr. Peabody?
Today, Sherman, we visit one of England's most gallant gentlemen.
Really?
Raleigh, Sherman. Sir Walter Raleigh. Set the Wayback Machine for the year 1580.
And the place?
The court of Queen Elizabeth. Seconds later, Sherman and I were in a small antechamber just off the Queen's throne room, and there, gazing disconsolately out a window, was Sir Walter.
Oh, that my career should end on so sour a note.
What's wrong, Mr. Raleigh?
Who are you? The Queen's executioners?
We're tourists. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I am to appear before the Queen in exactly 1 hour and display the cargo I brought back from the American colonies.
And you expect Her Majesty to be dissatisfied?
Thoroughly.
Why?
Because the cargo is slightly waterlogged.
He pointed in the direction of the harbor, and there, riding well below her plimsoll line, was Raleigh's ship.
We no sooner tied at the dock than the barometer fell.
Oh?
Right through the floor. Nasty hole. Leaked badly.
Well, gee, Mr. Raleigh, if you explained what happened, wouldn't the Queen understand?
It's her boat.
Oh.
Perhaps if the cargo were raised, it might soothe her feelings. Besides, it may still be intact.
It may, but it would take a miracle to raise it within an hour. I have, you should excuse the expression, a dead line.
We rushed to the dock and surveyed the tragic scene. When does the tide go out?
It is out.
I see. Then we'll have to bring the cargo up. I suggest we hire a dozen or so divers.
A splendid suggestion, except that the divers in these parts are the laziest in the world. They're allergic to work.
I wonder if they're allergic to sport.
What?
I constructed a makeshift sign, secured it to the dock, and awaited results. A moment later... You see, Sir Walter, nothing attracts a fisherman like a no-fishing sign. Inside of a half hour, they were reeling in barrel after barrel.
28, 29, 30. They're all here. Quick, we just have time to take them to the Queen.
30 barrels, Sir Walter? A most profitable voyage.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. Of course, the journey wasn't entirely without incident. We had one small mishap.
Not now, Sir Walter. I should like to inspect the cargo. Ah, what have we here?
That should be tobacco, Your Majesty.
Oh, since when does one put fish in one's pipe?
I can explain. You see, an accident occurred when...
Later, Sir Walter. I must say I don't approve of your humor. And what does this barrel contain?
A deerskin dress made by the Indians especially for your highness.
Really? Don't you think it's a size too small?
Oh, good heavens, the seawater must have shrunk.
Enough. How dare you ridicule me? Guards, escort Sir Walter to the tower.
A moment, Your Grace.
What is it you want?
Only your patience. I think if you'll examine that last barrel, you'll find that Sir Walter brought back a rare treasure.
There's nothing in there but waterlogged candy.
If Your Highness would be so kind as to sample?
Oh, no. If she tastes that stuff, we'll all be beheaded.
Why, this candy is delightful. The most delicious I have ever tasted.
What?
Congratulations, Sir Walter. You have brought me a rich prize. Guards, release him.
Do you mean you like it?
I adore it. What is it?
Taffy, Your Majesty. Just taffy.
Salt water taffy, Sir Walter. Salt water taffy. The incident closed, Sherman and I returned to my penthouse apartment.
I sure am glad Sir Walter and the Queen got back on friendly terms.
Unfortunately, Sherman, that didn't last. Actually, from that day on, Sir Walter harbored a secret resentment against Queen Elizabeth.
Then how do you explain this picture, Mr. Peabody? Why did he spread this cloak in the mud for her?
He didn't spread his cloak for her, Sherman. He had just scrawled a nasty message in the mud, and it was the only way he could cover it up.
Really, Mr. Peabody?
No, Sherman. Raleigh.
Well, the big overland canoe race is on. Boris and Natasha, with a priceless mooseberry bush, are fleeing just a few miles ahead of Rocky and Bullwinkle in their remodeled Leaky airplane. Starting at Frostbite Falls, Minnesota, the two vessels race through a couple of the largest Great Lakes.
Stroke!
Bail!
Then, as they ran out of water, they carried their canoes on a portage through Chicago.
Which way to Fort Wayne?
That way.
Thanks! Oh, excuse me.
It's all right.
And a little while later, watchers of the Gold Cup powerboat race a couple of 100 miles away were awed when the number one speedboat was overtaken by not one, but two boats.
Stroke!
Bail!
Hold it, Bullwinkle!
Boy, that was close. Almost bailed out the captain.
How are we doing?
That leak's gaining on me. We better get where we're going in a hurry.
We will if the wind holds out.
Bail!
Stroke!
Boris.
Huh?
Boris, when is your half of paddling going to start?
Don't worry, I'll do my half. Now stroke!
A short time later, at the locks of the St. Lawrence Seaway, a bell rang to signal that a ship wanted to get through.
All right, but there ain't no ship there.
Stroke!
Say, a canoe full of Indians just went by here. I don't care if you believe it. I just saw...
Bail!
Never mind. This one I don't believe myself.
Soon the two vessels had run out of large bodies of water. They began to travel in small rivers or creeks, in irrigation ditches. Anywhere there was even a trace of water, they sailed on and on and on.
Stroke, stroke, stroke.
Bail, bail, bail. Sort of like riding on a soggy freeway, ain't it?
Crowds began to gather to watch them go by.
Here they come.
Stroke, 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 stroke.
Bail, 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 bail.
They went through city parks.
Stroke, stroke, stroke.
Bail, bail, bail.
They went through amusement parks.
Have a nice ride, folks.
I sure did.
Stroke, stroke, stroke.
Bail, bail, bail.
They even got through some places without carrying their boats.
Look out, Eddie!
Stroke, stroke, stroke.
Bail, bail, bail.
And finally, on one foggy evening, as they approached Washington, D.C., only a few yards separated them.
Stroke, stroke, stroke.
Bail, bail, bail.
Stroke, stroke.
Bail, bail.
Stroke.
There's quite an echo. Bail!
Stroke.
Bail!
Stroke.
That's the first echo I ever heard that wrote its own dialogue.
Boris, when is your half of paddling going to start?
Any mile now, Natasha. Psh, I think they're right behind us.
Gee, it sure is foggy.
Yeah, can't see my nose in front of my face. Of course, that's quite a distance.
You hear that? It's the squirrel and moose. They mustn't catch us.
Just then, Boris's canoe bumped into a warning sign.
Straight ahead only, no left turn. Dangerous sawmill. Sawmill, eh? Now we play little word game with that sign.
What game is that?
You heard of Russian roulette?
Yes.
This is Russian Scrabble.
And so when our heroes came to the sign, they turned left toward the sawmill. And a moment later, the stillness was broken by a hideous sound. Have our friends really run into more than they can handle? Don't miss our next episode, 2 for the Ripsaw, or Goodbye, Mr. Chips.
Well, it looks as if our time is just about run out.
Mine must be a little slow.
You got the credits, Bullwinkle?
All on this itty-bitty card. Oop!
We're late again, Bullwinkle.
Right.
Bye now. See you next time.